All right, Jim Steam Clown back for a couple more. Got a couple more quick quiz tips. This one is I just thought of this weekend. This during the break I was doing something. I thought, man, I wish I could like give the students a hint, but then not show it to them like right in the page. And so what I did was I created a quiz. Right. So this is actually a lab where they're writing some code. So I've got big explanation of what I want them to do, some links to some example code that they're going to do. A quiz question on do they have the right libraries, right? Are they set up? Are they whatever they're trying to do, right? Have they been able to get everything set up so that they're going to be successful in this? So this is kind of a before you get started, you know, does this work? And this is just a yes question. It's like yes, right? Um, and then what I did in this third question here is I actually have them. Basically, this is coding again. They're clicking on. They're getting access to some code, and then I ask them some questions. Right? Some steps. I say, connect your device to your computer. Save your code that you were working on last time. Go get this new design. Go paste it in. Run it. Right. And then I ask him, is the first LED blinking, right? And so there I got them to the successful point, and now this number 5, I'm actually asking them what would they change, right? To make it instead of flashing green to be flashing red, right? Well, so now I have these little bullets under here. And I've actually said hint number 1, hint number 2, hint number 3. And I say highlight hint. And you can actually take your mouse and highlight it because I went and I basically just turned that text white, right? And so you couldn't see it unless you highlight it. But now they can highlight it. And I like this. I thought this was like an interesting idea. Tell me if you think this is cool. Because I highlight this, they don't see the hint until they decide they want the hint, right? And so unless they want the hint, they can continue trying to figure out how to make it go from green to red, but then I give them a hint. Now this hint doesn't actually tell them how to make it go from red to green. It just says, hey, look at this line of code and realize that, this is an RGB, a red, green, blue, and we're highlighting this list that's sending this code, right? And the idea here is that they need to move that 255 from the first point to the second point, right? They need to move it from here to here, right? And if that still doesn't help them, right, that doesn't give them the information they need, I have another hint, right? And I say the red color is 100% red when the value 255 is in the first value, the value of 0. And again, I haven't told them exactly what to do, but I've kind of directed them towards, hey, that's what that 255 is, right? And they've read some other stuff, and there's some other information they should have been able to do it, right? And then it's like, then this is even more detailed hint where I say, oh, well, okay, so you see this thing 25500. What if you change it to 255, right? Rerun the code. Now, this didn't turn it from red to green. It actually turned it to yellow because it was mixing red and green, right? And so, but now now they've got a point where they're like, oh, if I change this, things change. And if I change it around, and then they can go figure out, oh, if I just change the red from 255 to 0 and the green from 0 to 255, then I've got, then I've changed it to green instead of red or whatever color, right? Anyway, that's like a cool thing to like give your students hints that they can highlight when you're asking them to do stuff, and you don't want to just have it right there in front of their face where they're reading the question, they go, oh, and they don't think about it, they read the hint and they've read it already, right? This way they have to actively decide they want to. And then I just train them, I say, hey, just spend some time, try not to get the hint right away, right? Try and figure it out on your own, but hey, there's going to be some hints there if you want some hints. And again, you can make your hints, obscure to just kind of barely leading them there, or you can give them, the answer, depending on what you're trying to do. But I thought this was kind of cool. I'm going to try this out in some of my questions. I wish there was a better way to format it. I'm going to think of maybe some better ways to format this to make it like, hint, maybe capitalize. I don't know. I'm going to format it to make it look better. But I just did this the other day, and I thought, oh, that's a pretty cool idea. Because in other tools like Google Forms and Google's Pages, they have an option where you can actually like have stuff you click on to unroll the text and roll the text back up, and Canvas doesn't have that. So this was the cool thing. If anybody can think of a better way to do this, I'm all ears. Anyway, see you later.